Alan Border won the toss and decided to bat first on a hard, flat-looking Gabba pitch.
In the air, but smashed away over the top of the point fieldsman and into the fence for 4. That's the first boundary for Australia. What a good positive shot that was. Short outside off stump. Boy, and did Taylor get stuck into it. So we've already had one incident. When I say incident. Oh, it's in the air. It's got him. Yes, he's out. Taylor's out. And up go the West Indies. They're very, very happy to get rid of him. Some of them would say for the second time. But that was a very thick edge. Went flying away to the keeper. No mistake at all.
Because Mark Taylor, who's been very solid this season, chased the wides to live with a bit of bounce. So I think he was beaten by pace. Maybe got the end of the bat. And Williams took the regulation catch in front of first slip. Taylor out, caught behind. For 7, it's 1 for 8.
Off the body, that's been given out. Steve Waugh pulling the hands away. Bertley Ambrose was very confident. So were the West Indian fielders. Umpire Steve Randell had no hesitation. And Steve Waugh is on his way.
Yes, a short ball again from Kirk Ambrose. Onto the body of the glove. There it goes. Australia now 21 for 2.
Very good driver of the ball when it's pitched up.
That's a very good shot there by David Boone.
That is a very good stroke. He rolled his wrist beautifully on that. Kept it down. His man down at deep fine leg. That was beautifully played by Mark Waugh. Nicely stroked by Boone. The outfield is fast. That is a good boundary.
Courtney Wall showing signs of wear in his spell. Looks as though he's just got a little bit of a problem at the top of his hamstring there. And in fact, it looks quite serious.
West Indian physiotherapist was on his way, but was waved back. No, he's gone. He's gone. And that is very sad. He's in the commentary box now, Ian Chappell, and with him, Michael Holding.
Thanks, Richie. And taken, Carl Hooper. Oh, that really is a good blow for the West Indies. Mark Waugh will be very disappointed with himself. He played the quickies extremely well, got on well and truly on top of Patrick Patterson, and he has virtually given his hand away there. That's the way he'll be thinking as he heads back to the pavilion, ripping his gloves off.
This is a very good catch here by Carl Hooper. That was firmly struck, but well taken. Mark Waugh, very disappointed man. He has been playing well. Australia now 3 for 88.
And he gets an underneath edge on that. Lara was heading off after that delivery before the almost as the shot was played. And he can't stop the boundary.
And I suspect Carl Hooper's going to have a lot of bowling to do here this afternoon while Richard Richardson manipulates his 3 fast bowlers at the opposite end.
Good shot. He's got it away behind point. It's running away to the boundary. Into the fence she goes. 7 fours. Lovely shot. That was a bit short and a little wide. And dispatched to the boundary. 3 for 109. In the air. Big appeal. Yes, he's gone. He's out. Caught it forward. Short leg. That one might have turned just a little bit. Hit the inside edge onto the pad. Sounded as if there were 2 noises. Up in the air it went. And nicely taken. So David Boone, who's played so well for Australia, is out.
Well, the pressure's told. David Boone's been a long time in the late 40s there. Just a fraction of turn, the bat in front of the pad, little inside edge. Well taken by Phil Simmons there. As David Boone comes off the field, a very good 48. Alan Border playing his 134th Test match. And he's putting him away. What a fine shot, Damien Martin getting the long hop and punching it for 4, and already the pressure off. First ball from Patterson, bad delivery, 4 runs. Border pulls well. That's the shot that Border plays so well to the fast bowlers, and he beats Curtly Ambrose, and that's 4.
That's out. He's caught it slip. That's a wide ball. Curtly Ambrose has done the job for his captain. Brian Lara has taken the catch. And Damien Martin will be very disappointed with that shot.
Yes, that's not a very good shot at all. That ball was well wide of the off stump. Look at that. Got to stretch at that one to even get close to it. Eventually hitting it straight to Brian Lara. He won't be impressed with that. Australia now 5 for 180.
That's the reason why he struggled. This brings up Alan Border's 50, that cover drive. Just the line and length from Patrick Patterson has been quite a bit astray. And Border has made the most of some pretty ordinary bowling today from Patrick Patterson.
Richie Richardson, as he bends down to pick that up, here's the applause of the crowd. Won't be very pleased with Patrick Patterson.
Just a little too straight, and will this be close? And there's a big appeal there. He's given him out, run out. What a tragedy that is. He doesn't think he's out. Well, Border dived there. He's got dirt all over the front of his clothing, and he thought he was home. I must say, my first reaction was that he was home. Let's have a look at this replay.
What a magnificent throw. He threw it like a bullet. Carl Hooper, he's a magnificent fieldsman. He's a good cricketer. The dying minutes of the first day's play. Border's throw out of the box. And look at that throw. It's a ripper. The throw was a fraction wide. Border dives. And umpire Cruz says that's out. And that's a vital wicket. Border run out for 70-odd. A great captain's knock. 6 for 252.
Well, Greg Matthews and Ian Healy strode to the middle on day 2 to face the might of the West Indies paceman.
Gone. That's good bowling. Kept it tight, threw one a bit short and wide. He went for it, hit it straight to point. A fine piece of bowling by Ian Bishop. That's a vital wicket. Matthews out for a well-made 30. The second new ball was struck.
Yes, I think he was getting a little bit desperate there. Decided that one was full. He had a real full flay at the ball, right off the meat of the bat, but straight to point. Have a look at that. He was playing away from his body a little bit. It was there to hit, I suppose, but really, I suppose the old adage of keeping it on the ground would have been the order of the day. Matthews out for 30, caught by Offerton off the bowling of Bishop. He deserved that wicket, 7 for 264.
Mervyn Hughes takes guard. His highest score, 72 not out, against the West Indies in the Adelaide Oval.
Good shot. Healy has timed that to perfection.
Oh, catch it. Could be out. And Ian Healy's walking, not waiting for the decision from Steve Randell. Helped the ball round on its way. The glove looped it over the keeper, and a very sharp catch indeed there to dismiss Ian Healy, and the success straight away for Richard Richardson. The change of bowling brings the wicket.
This should be very interesting, David. I think the ball hit the back of the bat on the way. That's it. The bat, and Lara takes a very good catch. And Healy very disappointed with that performance. But Australia now 8 for 285.
That's more like that's a great catch. Brilliant catch from Carl Hooper at second slip. The first ball that Patrick Patterson has dug in short at Craig McDermott. And he's fended it straight to second slip, where Carl Hooper, safe as ever, very, very good hands, has taken the catch.
Very, very good catch indeed. I think this is the 7th time that Patrick Patterson is getting out Craig McDermott, but that was a brilliant catch. Australia lose their 9th wicket. 9 for 288.
The last man in the Australian batting lineup arrives at the crease with Patrick Patterson fired up and sensing the chance of another wicket.
That's a nasty delivery, but he's got it away. Hughes on strike, facing Hooper. He's going for it again. That's gone way down towards the outfielder there, and he's got him this time. Yes, he's taken the catch in the outfield there. Bishop, the man, coming in from a wide, long-on position, and he made the catch. And so Hughes, who's been trying to waft it away down towards the mid-wicket boundary, tried to hit a 6 out there, didn't quite match down onto that one, and he's out caught.
Australia's 293, a little disappointing given that most of the bats got a start with the tail unable to put together a partnership to get the score past 300. For the visitors, Carl Hooper took the honours despite the threat of the pace attack. When the Windies' turn came to face the music, Simmons and Haynes went to the wicket with the Australians' first innings total well in their sights.
That's the one he loves, straight down the ground for 4. Beautiful straight drive that was. Anything up there is going to go, and that's a classic example of it. 4 runs to Simmons. That takes the score to no wicket for 17.
That's well struck. It's in the air, but it beats border. It's going all the way. Phil Simmons, a very attacking and dangerous batsman. That's the end of the over. No wicket for 25. Ouch! Yes, good bowling. That was the one. The angled ball, and Mark Taylor at second set took the catch. Just angled it across Desmond Haynes. He went for the big drive, and that's a vital breakthrough. Just when we were saying how straight they were bowling, the temptation there from Bruce Reid. This is the ball, Bill, I was talking about, angled across the right-handed batsman. Desmond Haynes going after it. Straight into those safe hands and out. West Indies 1 for 25. West Indian captain Richie Richardson on guard. Border making a few field changes. Another bounce, it's in the air. There's a man down there. It's wide of him. Bang, into the fence it goes again. Superb hook shot. 2 fours off the over. 1 for 39.
In the air, and what a great catch by Matthews. A little beauty. Taking that one in his left hand. The wicketkeeper was nowhere near it, and look at Merv Hughes. Yes, I think he might be getting one in the ear right there. What a magnificent catch.
A very good catch indeed. Looking at it live, I thought Matthews was moving away from it, but eventually stuck the left hand out. Brilliant catch. West Indies lose their second wicket, and Matthews is delighted. Also, Merv Hughes. West Indies now 2 for 50.
Oh, and that's 4. There's no one down at third man. Thick edge that was. Very low on the bat and went flying away past gully for 4. Oh, he's got him! He's got him! He's hit the bat onto the leg stump. And so that little tactic has worked. The ball bouncing a little bit more than he expected, hit the inside edge, down onto the leg stump. So Simmons is out, and the West Indies now in trouble. They've lost 3.
Yes, the extra bounce was what got rid of Simmons there. Look at how high this ball bounces. He's trying to get on top of it, dropped it down by his toes, but unfortunately for him, onto the leg stump as well.
Good delivery, mind you, from Reid. Went round the wicket, changed the angle, and got that one to bounce.
Simmons goes for 27. It's now 3 for 58 West Indies.
Again, just opening the face of the bat, it was a no ball. So from a situation where he hadn't scored in 25 deliveries, 2 boundaries in a row. And we're seeing another change in bowling. Alan Border coming on from the Stanley Street end. Keith Arthurton decides that he likes what he sees, and that's 6.
Well, that's one way of breaking the shackles. And if there is some rough there for Alan Border, it certainly hasn't crossed Keith Arthurton's mind. Opens his shoulders, hits the ball beautifully straight down the ground.
That's a nice hook shot. Straight to ground and away from Bruce Reid. Lovely shot.
One's found the gap. There's not many of them on the offside. Greg Matthews covering quite a bit of ground, only the 2 runs. It's Brian Lara's 50, and a very good 50 it's been. in the air, but it's safe. Keith Arthurton brought up his 50 with that last boundary. That should have been out. It still is out. Ian Healy was able to recover and knock the ball onto the stumps. He missed the first attempt. Lara can't quite work out what's happened. He wants to know what went on, but umpire Terry Prue is absolutely certain that he's out.
Well, it might get down to the question of whether the Australians are certain that he was out.
But the question is, did Healy break the stumps or did the ball?
Laura out there now. Watch the ball. There goes the hand onto the stumps, and watch the ball. It goes past the stumps by about 4 inches, I'd say. Nicely nudged away by Hooper down towards the third man boundary. And into the fence it goes, and that brings up the 200. Lovely shot, that, Bill.
Certainly was the last of the recognised batsmen at the crease for the West Indies. He's almost getting to the Patrick Patterson stage where the boundaries are coming quite freely off his bowling. McDermott has conceded 8 fours in 14.3 overs.
Well, that's a beautiful shot onto the back foot, cut through the offside, and that one's racing away over this outfield, and into the fence it goes. So Hooper really looking magnificent here onto the back foot there. That really was a lovely shot.
Steve Waugh continues. And a shout there from the fieldsman behind the wicket. Umpire Prue is asking if the ball was caught by the keeper, which suggests that he thinks that it's been edged. Arthurton hit the ground. Now, whether he hit the ball as well as the ground, they're asking if the ball was caught by Healy. I think it was certainly caught by Healy. And they're saying that the ball hit the bat and then went onto the ground. I reckon that was the indication.
The interesting thing, though, Ian, is exactly when do they mean? If they mean it hit the bat, then the ground, or if it hit the ground before it got to the wicket keeper. It was certainly caught down there. It's just a matter of whether it hit the bat, then the ground, then went through to the wicket keeper. I think the replay tells you exactly what happened there. Yeah.
Lovely shot again. Square drive, and that takes him into the 90s. That's a good shot. Hooper picking the slightly slower delivery. So Arthurton has shown great maturity in this innings.
That's bowled in. The slower ball from Stephen Waugh. A little bit of joy there for Steve Waugh. He's not been a happy man so far this morning. Carl Hooper plays over the slower ball from Stephen Waugh, and he's on his way to a well-played 47.
That's beautifully bowled by Waugh because it just had a little bit of outswing on it. It started about middle and leg and hit middle.
Completely deceived by the slower ball.
And it was a lovely piece of bowling and very much needed by the Australians. They've been under the cosh out there this morning. The West Indians have played quite beautifully, and it's 5 for 265. Oh, that's close. Sod's law decrees that hard ones are always going to go to the same umpire. 5 for 267.
Arthurton on 99. There he goes. That is a magnificent century by Keith Arthurton. He's delighted, and rightly so. That could be a match-winning 100. His first Test century made under enormous pressure. No wonder he's smiling, and for every man who plays Test cricket, there is always this magical moment that they dream of. That first Test 100, his teammates are delighted, and no wonder he's brought them well back into the game. West Indies have prospered ever since Keith Arthurton came to the crease. He's played some fantastic shots in that innings. He's played with great authority, great concentration, Only recently, in the last half hour or so, last hour of plays, he started to look for the mark and lost his composure slightly, but now he's got there. It's very important for the West Indies that he keeps his head and carries on.
Oh, that's in the air. This could be out caught. Hughes won't drop it. Straight down his throat. He's got him. He's gone for that little jab pull shot of his. It hit the top edge of the bat, went flying high in the air, and he never looked as if he was going to drop it. It went straight to him, in fact, and he takes them pretty comfortably, as he did there.
Well, David Williams, as we West Indians know, is a compulsive hooker. Didn't get on top of that one. Merv Hughes, sure-handed. 6 for 293.
It's a good shot. Really does time those drives very well. Beautifully in position. No great effort there. Caressed the ball through the covers.
I must say I've been very, very impressed with Keith Arthurton during this innings. Umpire Prue has called for a suspension in play.
And you can bet that the ground staff want to get off there as quick as they can, because if you've ever been hit by hailstones, you don't need to be out there for too long.
In all, 110 minutes lost. They're playing an extra hour, so a net 55-minute loss, and we join it at 6 for 307. Ian Bishop has taken strike. Craig McDermott is the bowler.
Oh, well bowled, and what a good start he's made, Craig McDermott, using the Yorker to full effect.
Well, it's almost as though Craig McDermott had been watching the replay of Thompson's delivery to Greg. And Ian Bishop, the tall man, nowhere near this Yorker. Perfectly delivered Yorker, this exactly the right length of line. Ian Bishop nowhere near it. A very good strike for Australia, coming straight back after the break. Will make Craig McDermott a lot happier. Bishop is out for 5. West Indies slumped to 7 for 307.
Good shout, and he's been given by umpire Prue. Been given LBW, and I think perhaps he went from one extreme to the other. Going a little bit too defensive, Curtly Ambrose, and he's out LBW to Bruce Reid.
It does quite often happen, that. This time Bruce Reid right on target. Ambrose playing forward and adjudged to have had that ball strike him just in front of the off stump. Bruce Reid allows himself a gentle smile. West Indies 8 for 321.
Patrick Patterson's got a lift in the batting order. He's at number 10 because Courtney Walsh is injured.
It's in the air. Mark Waugh has taken the catch comfortably above his head, and 5 wickets to Bruce Reid. It's the 5th time overall in Test cricket, the first time at the Gabba for Bruce Reid. Patrick Patterson slashing outside off stump.
And the slips come into play. That's the line that he has to be bowling to Patrick Patterson. That's the end of him. West Indies lose their 9th wicket for 331.
It'll be up to 150, and what a way to do it. A magnificent on drive. Superb 152 by Keith Arthurton on debut against Australia. A magnificent performance.
A very important session in this Test match.
And they're going to be batting very, very soon, because Mervyn Hughes has just taken Courtney Walsh's off stump. Courtney Walsh full of ambition, aiming to hit the ball well over the infield. Merv Hughes picks up another wicket. West Indies are all out.
Ian Healy once again at the centre of a puzzling umpiring decision, this time in favour of the visitors, and Arthurton certainly took full advantage of his luck and flayed a tiring Australian attack all over the Gabba. His 157 not out, his highest Test score, and along with Courtney Walsh added 40 for the 10th wicket, something the Aussies could have well done without. Bruce Reid with 5 wickets took the contest up to the West Indies batsmen, while Big Merv bowled well to pick up 2, with McDermott, Matthews and Steve Waugh taking 1 each.
Good stroke, a particularly good stroke because it was a very good delivery as well. Pretty much a good length ball. which Boone had to come forward, and it moved off the seam, and he still cracked it away through mid-on. This is Courtney Walsh, and he's bowling to Mark Taylor. And that's gone. Now, Courtney Walsh has done very well out there. He's come back from the hamstring tear, and he's bowled extremely well. Mark Taylor has gone, caught at the wicket by David Williams. Michael Holding.
Yes, third attempt. He missed two previously. One went under the bat, one went over the bat. This one just brushing the top edge. This ball pitching just in line with off stump. Mark Taylor giving himself room, actually, Richie. I think it was a bit close to him for him to be playing that shot. There he is backing away, but a little bit too close to the body. Courtney Walsh is elated. Australia lose their first wicket. Mark Taylor for 34. It's now 1 for 64 Australia.
Good shot again. Racing away down towards the mid-wicket. And into the fence. Yes, well, Walsh was about to go down and drag that one back, but he's got a few problems with the stretched hamstring, so he wasn't going to take any chances there. When he smashed that one away, Richie Richardson choosing not to dive, and into the fence it goes. He's very strong out there. Good shot, brings up the 100 for Australia. 1 wicket down. Good shot. Fabulous shot. Into the fence it goes. That's his half century. Well played, David Boone. He's looked very solid. Very, very good player. And just to give you some idea of where he scored all his runs, have a look at this.
And there's a good delivery. There's an appeal for caught behind. The umpire looks to see to his square leg compatriot to see if the ball is carried. The nod comes. Umpire Terry Prue puts up the finger, and Curtly Ambrose, the man who puts the batsman under most pressure, has made the breakthrough, taking the outside edge of Steve Waugh's bat.
That's a good reward for Ambrose. He's bowled very, very well. Far and away the best of the West Indies bowlers. Has not let the pressure off at all. And Steve Waugh is out for 20. Australia 2 down for 114. That could well race away to the boundary.
Australia lead by 51 with 8 wickets in hand. Oh, it's a great shot. Beautiful shot off the back foot.
Not many better strokes in the match. If there have been, then perhaps Keith Arthurton played them.
Shot. Very simply, very easily and very crisply struck. Clearing the mid-wicket field. Courtney Walsh starting to lose his line slightly here, and Mark Waugh the next to take advantage.
A few little showers around the area, but they haven't troubled us today so far. Oh, that's a good shot straight down the ground. That's his 14th Test century. Very well played, David Boone. 12 of those have been scored in Australia. 3 against the West Indies now. And it's also his 2nd Test century at the Gabba. And he really is having a great time of it.
That could be caught. Arthurton, brilliant diving catch. David Boone finally goes. Good reward for Ian Bishop. Boone finally dismissed for 111. It's been a fantastic knock, a brilliant knock from David Boone. He's been at the crease ever since Australia arrived back for their 2nd innings late yesterday afternoon. And finally David Boone is out. Caught Arthurton, bowled Bishop. 1-1-1.
Just looked for a moment as though he was going for the pull again, and then changed his mind. Good catch, good fielder, good batsman Arthurton, very good cricketer. And it's 3 for 224.
Good shot. Beautifully timed shot. Mark Waugh, very, very strong. Square of the wicket on the offside. 4 runs takes him to 51. And that's a good start in this series for Mark Waugh. He's looked very comfortable at the crease. Mark Waugh's chart. 52 not out.
It's the last ball of the over. It's in the air. There's a fieldsman there. That's a very good catch. Desmond Haynes fielding it backward square leg. I don't know whether Mark Waugh realised he was there or not, but Desmond Haynes, lurking away in the shadows down there at backward square leg, moves in and takes a very comfortable catch, low to the ground. That's the important breakthrough for the West Indies. Mark Waugh is on his way.
Desmond Haynes will be quite pleased with that. I'm sure when he gets into the dressing room, he'll tell the youngsters, look what the old man can do. That wasn't a bad catch at all. Mark Waugh departs to Curtly Ambrose is ecstatic. Mark Waugh goes for 60, it's 4 for 250 Australia.
Scored 293 in the first innings. Australia, big appeal. Yes, he's gone. He went back there, played from the crease. That's what the fast bowlers love to see. It kept down a little bit, and he was trapped plumb in front.
Yes, that really opens the door for the West Indies once again. Curtly Ambrose has bowled a beautiful line. He had David Boone drop this morning when he was on 6. Perhaps young Damien Martin dead in front. Really did cut back. Was going to hit the roll and maybe take middle and leg stump. You see he's way back onto the stumps. A vital breakthrough late in the final session of the 4th day. Martin out for 15. 5 for 255.
Greg Matthews is out there because of this LBW decision. Oh, he's got to be out. Yes, he's gone. LBW. Plum LBW. That definitely was plum. That's 50 against Australia for Ambrose as well.
And boy, oh boy, this match is alive and well at the Gabba. Superb bowling by Curtly Ambrose. He's been trying hard all day. He bowled a beautiful spell earlier this morning. Conditions have been trying for them. They were struggling for breakthroughs. Matthews, who gets a long way across. That hit under the roll, and I don't think there was much doubt about that one. Ambrose says, yes, sir. And Matthews is out for a duck. Borders on 1 at 6 for 255.
On day 5, Alan Border and Ian Healy had taken the total to 6 for 280, with Healy on 18 when Ian Bishop bowled to the Aussie wicketkeeper.
There's an appeal, and he's given out caught behind down the leg side, so instant success there for the West Indians as Bishop comes around the wicket. Alan Border will not be happy to see Ian Healy on his way. The quick runs that he was looking for, he would have been hoping to come from him.
Ian Bishop has been having some problems all morning with his line, and there you see him going around the wicket. Still not a very good ball. Healy could consider himself a little bit unfortunate here. Pitching outside leg, Ian Healy just flicking it on his way down to David Williams. The end result, Healy is out for 18, Australia 7 for 280.
It's a good delivery, there's an appeal, and that's out, also caught by David Williams. So Curtly Ambrose has taken his 5th wicket for the innings. He's taken 5 for 54, and another very impressive performance by the big fast bowler.
Certainly, Curtly Ambrose has bowled well throughout this test match. Another good delivery. Pitching just outside the off stump, holding its line. David Williams does the rest. Yes, this ball pitched just outside the line of the off stump. Hughes goes for 1, Australia 8 for 287.
Alan Border decides that it's time to attack. He's hit Curtly Ambrose back straight over his right shoulder. That wouldn't happen to him too often.
Gone, and Border will be desperately disappointed with that. So it might have been the cue end of the bat. It was certainly way down the bottom of it, and there's nothing wrong with the pitch. It was just that he decided to go for the square cut there against a wideish ball.
This is David Williams' 5th catch. Alan Border there cutting at a wideish ball from Courtney Walsh. And a familiar dismissal for left-handers here. Perhaps Alan Border marginally hampered by the hamstring problem to his left leg. Courtney Walsh delighted. He struck very quickly. Border is out for 17. Australia are 9 for 295.
And more valuable runs. Outside edge. The fielder's not going to get that. That's 6 from 2 balls. And it's 9 for 301. Change of bowler. Carl Hooper, the spinner, is coming on to bowl to left-hander Bruce Reid. Out. So that has done the trick. Spin has done it where pace couldn't break through the last wicket. Bruce Reid is desperately disappointed. McDermott will be 2.
The Australian second innings over with the score on 308. Boone top scoring, while the skipper got some quick runs with a little help from the tail. Curtly Ambrose taking 5 wickets in an innings again with Bishop, and Walsh getting 2, and Hooper picking up the wicket of Bruce Reid. Well, the West Indies needed 231 runs for victory off a minimum of 65 overs, and that worked out to about 3.6 runs per over. The Australians, meanwhile, had to get some early wickets to take the initiative and lead the series 1-0.
Big shout, he's got in, he's out, what a breakthrough, Craig McDermott getting the edge. It's 1 for 2 at the Gabba.
The perfect outswinger there from McDermott. Desmond Haynes had to play at that one. It was perfectly pitched, just moved enough to clip the outside edge, and a straightforward catch for Ian Healy. And that is a tremendous breakthrough for Craig McDermott. It's 1 for 2.
He's got him. They're 2. They're gone. That's beautifully bowled. Simmons out for 1. And my word, Australia with a big chance here at the Gabba.
Yes, that's beautiful bowling from Bruce Reid. We've seen as close to 2 perfect deliveries as you'd ever want to see from new ball bowlers. Once again, Simmons having to play and just enough movement to clip the edge. And a good catch from Ian Healy. Once again, coming forward as a keeper, that's not an easy thing to do. The Australians have made the ideal start. West Indies 2 for 2.
Fingers down the seam. Rhythm's right. McDermott got him! Yes! Beautiful catch. That's now 3 for 3 at the Gabba. McDermott bowling perfect line to the left-hander. Tried to work it away on the offside. And Mark Tower caught it as clean as a whistle.
Yes, they've taken 3 good catches, and that's exactly what they've got to do. They're supporting some very good bowling. Mark Taylor moving to his left and grabbing that one. So the Australians have done extremely well in that short session, picking up 3 wickets. And the West Indies won't enjoy their lunch with the scoreboard showing 3 for 3.
Oh, he's bowled him. It's all over. He's nicked it back onto the stumps. And that's McDermott's 100th Test wicket in Australia. So very well done that was. But just nipped back a little bit, perhaps inside edge onto the stumps.
I think Atherton was beaten there by lack of bounce in that delivery. I think the replays will show that it hit the bottom of the bat and onto the stumps. Didn't bounce as high as he would have liked. A bit of uneven bounce. Pitching it in line. You have got to bowl in line if the pitch is showing uneven bounce. He's happy. Didn't score. That proves that. 4 for 9, West Indies.
Before Richard Richardson hardly holding back on that, not quite timing it as well as some of his other shots today. It's straight down to the extra cover boundary.
Oh, good shot over cover point and races 1 bounce into the fence. We may be seeing one of the all-time great innings here. Nice deflection, that could go for 4. Reid slow and wide, he's coming around putting in the big ones. And he does well, and it brings up 50 for Richie Richardson. A superb captain's knock.
David Gower's in the commentary box now, and alongside him, Ian Michael Chappell.
Big shout. Carl Hooper aiming a massive blow over deep mid-wicket, failing to make contact.
Looks as though that was well worth the appeal there. Carl Hooper came up on the toe. He must have just got some part grounded behind the line. Must have been a mere sprig.
And he's gone. Straight to David Boone at mid-wicket. Firmly struck shot, but in the air, and Carl Hooper pays the price. Australia have made the breakthrough they need.
Yes, he got into position and a little bit of extra turn there. And perhaps the fact that the ball stayed down a little bit caused him to hit it in the air. It wasn't a well-played shot. He should have either gone right over the top or hit along the ground.
5 for 95. Carl Hooper the man out. David Williams replaces him. Very, very close indeed, and it's out. Umpire Terry Crew decides that ball was going to hit the stumps. David Williams makes the fatal error of leaving that ball alone. A good delivery from Craig McDermott. Coming back in from outside the off stump. The bat shouldered, and David Williams goes.
Yes, he's been bowling some good off-cutters, Craig McDermott, and that is a fair decision. So David Williams is the sixth man down, and they have just 4 left standing.
It's got in, yes, caught behind. He says it's a pad, but a big shout. Richie Richardson's not happy, he brushes his pad, and he's a pretty fair man, but it was a big shout from the Australians. Umpire Crew officiating at the Stanley Street end. This will be a very interesting replay.
A disappointing end to a very courageous innings. Bat and pad pretty close together. Ian Healy's convinced that it's out. The important one, of course, is umpire Terry Prue, and he puts up the finger. He's out for 66, 7 for 123.
Everybody around the bat, apart from mid-off, McDermott. It's out! Yes, he's got in! The new batsman straight to Big Merv at short leg, and this game is still open. Bishop took the single. Curtly Ambrose just turned it straight to Big Merv at short leg. So now it's 8 out with 4.1 overs remaining.
Courtney Walsh and Patrick Patterson will be very, very nervous at the moment. Straight off the middle of the bat. Around the corner, a little bit of bounce, and the angle of the left armour directed the ball straight into the hands of Mervyn Hughes. Curtly Ambrose on his way for 4.
Oh dear, he survives. All action at the Gabba. 1 over to be bowled, 8 for 133. Here comes Big Mervyn Hughes from the Stanley Street end. It's a drawn match, well played Ian Bishop. He's not out 16, Walsh not out naught. It's 8 for 133.